Yo, what's up? Rich from Turbo Family Fishing. So today I'm doing something a little bit different. Some people have been asking me about videos to show you actually how to start off. So this is basically one of those videos for those people that have never fished before. They want to know what they should go to the store and buy, what they should get, the things they're going to need to start off. So it's very basic. This is going to be a simple video just to get you started off with catching small fish such as sunfish, bluegill, trout, crappie, just some tiny fish like that. It's not going to be, let me get in depth with bass fishing or cat fishing or some of the other, bigger fish that you probably need different types of baits for. So today we came to our local Walmart. We're just going to buy some gear from Walmart. However, we did run into the store and we asked them if we could video in the store, and they said that we can't. So I went in, I already bought some stuff, so I brought the things out and I'm going to show you some of the things. I'm going to tell you why I bought them and how it can help you get started with fishing. So the very first thing I did was buy a pole. Okay, so I already got one that's already set up. It's a spinning reel. It's a medium-sized pole. It's got some good flex to it, so it's good for pretty much all the fish that I was telling you about. It's already got line on it. 99% of the time I take the line off of the reel and I throw it away and I buy a new line. I always go with about 4-pound to 6-pound test. That's what you want to use, but today we're going to keep the line on and just use this line just for the purpose of the video. Sorry about that, motorcycle went by. But we are in the parking lot still. So yeah, what you want to do for any type of crappie fishing or trout fishing, you want to get like a lightweight pole that has good flex to it. It'll help you with your lures and stuff. I have a ultralight at home for myself that I use for my trout lures. I have a 4-pound test on it as well. So that's the first thing you're going to need. You want to get you a spinning reel, like I said, with a lightweight reel, a lightweight pole, and some 4-pound to 6-pound tests. So that'd be the first thing you want to buy. Now the next thing you want to look for, that's a good thing to start off with, is going to be a as I drop it, it's going to be one of these little trout tackle boxes. It's pretty neat. It's got some things in there that you're going to need. It has bobbers, it's got some hooks, it's got a couple spinner baits, it's got a streamer, it's got a couple power baits in there. It's cool to start off with. It's not going to be your permanent. It's good to start to get out there and get fishing and to learn how to fish. This is going to be a good starter. Then you also have a storage case for some of the extra things you may want to get. Later on, of course, you'll get a tackle box and you'll get some of those other things that you may need. Some bells, some different hooks, different lines, things like that. But this is a good starter. So you want to get one of these. They're about 12 bucks. The pole that I got was probably about like $10 to $20. It's not very expensive, but it's something to start off with. That's what you want, something to start. Then of course you need to get some weights. There was a weight in there, but I like to go with either 1/4 ounce eggs or 3/8 eggs. They help out for what we're going to do. We're going to be tying on a Carolina rig, so that's going to require us to have an egg sinker. I'll show you how to do that a little bit later. Then the next thing you want to get, of course, is some size 6 or size 10 bait hooks. These will help for worms, or if you want to use little chunk baits. You can put power bait on here as well. I'll explain how to do all of that later on in the video. We're going to tie it on, show you how to do it, and then how to put your bait on for each little thing, okay? And then the next thing you want to get, of course, is some trout dough. I went with trout magnet this time. Normally I get power bait, but I've never used this one, so I want to see how it's going to work out. Hopefully it works out for you guys too in the video. But you want some turbo dough of some sort, whether it be trout magnet, whether it be power bait, whether it be gulp, whether it be fireball, or some of the other ones. But you're going to need that for trout fishing. Of course, trout also like spinner baits. They like a couple other things like that too. Pretty much everything likes worms. The other thing you may want to get too is possibly some jig heads. I didn't buy any jig heads this time because we weren't going to fish with jig heads today. So we're going to go out, we're going to try to catch us either some bluegill or some sunfish, or hopefully ultimately a trout. But I'll show you how to set up your pole from there. Hopefully this will get you started. It's just a couple little things, but it'll get either your child started or even an adult if they've never fished before. This will be a good way to start off, is just to get these couple of things. I think total package I just spent was about like 50 bucks or something like that, maybe a little less. But it'll get me out there, it'll get me fishing, and it'll get me something to eat tonight, hopefully. So stay tuned. We're gonna go out to the lake. We're all done here at Walmart buying our little bit of gear that we need, and we're gonna go out there. I'm gonna show you how to use each piece of equipment and to line up your pole and to get ready to put hooks and weights and everything on and get that pole out there. So stay tuned for the rest of it. It'll be in a few minutes when we get there. All right, so we're back again. We made it out to the lake. We came out to Apollo Park. So this is what your box looks like when you first open it up. It's gonna have some things in here. You gotta add in the separators. It gives you a little knot tying guide here. And then here's the extra weights we just bought. Here's some hooks we just bought. These are mice tail power baits. So I'm gonna show you how to use these things a little bit later. The first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and tie on a spinner bait and go from there. So that'll be the first thing. What we're gonna use for the knot is a polymer knot. That's the most basic knot that we use. I use it for everything, is a polymer knot. Now, there's two different ways you can tie on a lure. So the first way is obviously, like I said, you could do a polymer knot straight to it, or you could tie on a swivel head. And the swivel head has a little opening that you can open and close and keep putting different lures on. Some people like to do that, some people don't. So the first thing you want to do for a polymer knot is, oh sorry, let me back up just a hair. After you open your pole, you want to take, here is your drag. You want to loosen your drag enough to be able to pull your line. Okay, run your line up through each hole of the pole all the way through the top and out the top. Okay, now that your drag is lined up correctly and you have your line out for the polymer knot, you want to take some line about maybe 6-8 inches, fold it in half and squeeze the end of it, okay, like that, so it makes like a little point. After you make the point, you're gonna run it through whatever you're gonna tie on. And like I said, we're gonna tie on a foxtail spinner bait for trout. You're gonna run it through the first hole. You're gonna pull it out and around like this. Now once you're here, you want to wrap it around like you're tying your shoes. You see, so it has a loop. Then you want to put the loop through the hole so it looks like this. Okay, then take that original loop, pull it around whatever bait you're using, your hook, your bait, your lure, anything like that. Get it past all the little hooks. And then you want to bring it up and around, and with everything together, just pull it tight. After it's pulled tight, you clip away the excess line. And that's it. There's your knot. That's how you want it to look when you're all done. It's a polymer knot. It's a very strong knot. I use it all the time. And then you're ready to fish with your foxtail. Okay, so then we're just gonna fish a little bit. Grab her pole so she doesn't step on it. So how you're gonna fish is with these, you wanna make sure you have enough drag to where it stays somewhat loose, but also tight. You wanna be able to pull it by hand. Okay, I'm right-handed, so of course my reel handle's on the right side. You are able to unscrew this here and here and switch it to the other side if you're left-handed. I'm right-handed, so the next step you want to do is you want to hold your string tight here, open your bail so the string is all loosened up, and then you can just cast out. Close your bail and you're ready to fish. And that's it for lure fishing right there. That's the easy part to it. Okay, so in just a few minutes, I'm gonna cast this out a couple of times, see if I can catch anything, try out the new reel, and then we'll tie on the next thing. Okay, so we're back. We did a few casts out here with our trout spinner. So we're gonna go ahead and take that off. I'm gonna show you how to do the next thing called the Carolina rig, okay? So of course, we're just gonna cut our line off, call it good, clean up your lure so that we can use it next time. Next thing we're gonna do is called the Carolina rig. And we're gonna set it up for trout fishing on a treble hook. Now the difference between hooks are, this is a straight barbed bait holder. You see how it's got the spikes here and here? That's what's called a barbed hook, okay? This is a bait holder hook. There are hooks that do not have barbs, and for each different little lake and area, you may need to fish with barbless hooks. It's to preserve the health of the fish, so when you catch them, it doesn't kill them, theoretically. But yeah, so that's the difference between a barbed and barbless hook. What we're gonna fish with right now is going to be a treble hook. The difference on that is treble hooks have 3 hooks on them, okay? So that's gonna be a treble hook. Now for trout fishing, you want to use either, I like a size 14, some people like a 12, some people like a little bit bigger. If you're catfishing, you can go bigger. I believe these ones here are a size 12. I'm not exactly sure because, like I said, it came in the kit to start you off trout fishing right away, okay? It's a little crooked ass hook too, but that's all right. We don't mind crooked hooks. Okay, so what you will need to set up your Carolina rig, you're gonna need your treble hook. You're gonna need an egg sinker. And then some people use a bead. I like to use a one of these. It's called a oh no, I just lost my train of thought. I forgot what the hell these are called.
Crimp?
It's either a crimp or it's a split shot. So we can use a split shot. Okay, I don't know why I lost that for a second. I forgot what I was doing. And then you also want a swivel as well. Okay, and there is your swivel. All right, so now that you have everything going that you're gonna need, we're gonna use polymer knots for everything. You want to pull your line through your pole, okay, because you're gonna want about 18 inches of extra line, okay? When you have that 18 inches of extra line, go ahead and cut it off, and we're gonna save that for the other end of our swivel, okay? So we're just gonna hold that off to the side somewhere for now and work on the other end of the piece. So the first thing you want to do is you want to get your egg sinker. Don't let go of your line like an idiot. Take your egg sinker and slide it onto your line here like this, okay? Then the next end, we're gonna do the same thing, a polymer knot, okay? We're gonna take a couple inches of it. We're gonna go ahead and tie off the polymer knot into the swivel here, through the hole, back around the wire, back through the hole, up around the swivel, hold tight and pull through. Any excess that we have, we're going to go ahead and clamp it off like that, okay? Then you want to take your split shot, or if you had a bead, if you wanted to use a bead, you would put your egg sinker, then your bead, then tie on your swivel. I like to use split shots or crimps and go from there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the split shot, and in place of the bead, we are going to put it on the end of the line here.
Big hands.
With my big old giant man hands. After we put it on the end of the line there, you just squish it closed. Like that. And now what that does is it protects your line from being beat up by this egg sinker, okay? After that, you're ready to go with your weight. So the next thing to do is to tie on your line that you put off to the side. Okay, so you got your excess line. You're going to go ahead and tie another polymer knot. Okay, but you're going to put it into the other end of your swivel here. Okay, after you put it through the other end of your swivel, tie it around, go around through the hole, and like everything else we've been pulling through around the bead and stuff, this time we're going to go around the excess line to tie it on. So we're going to grab our excess line and we're going to pull it through the hole like this, and then we're going to hold our excess line tight and then pull it to your swivel. So after you pull it to your swivel, then you're gonna go ahead, like I said, clip it off. Oh, pulled my knot. So now we have our second polymer knot on there. We can clip off the extra that we don't need. And now you have this extra line. Now the purpose of this line is it will float in the water. There was a flaw at the end of the line. I didn't want that to snap off our line if we catch a fish. This line will float with your trout dough floating bait, or it's a leader, so that when the fish pull, the weight stays on the bottom and the line pulls. And as you can see, the tip of the pole, when the weight will sit still and the pole will move. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, tie on our hook. Once again, another polymer knot. Real easy, simple, quick, fast. It's my favorite knot. I use it all the time for pretty much everything. Clamp down, if I can get my fat fingers around it. Go through the hook, the eye of the hook, back up and around, through the hole, around the hook.
If you can get it to go around the hook.
If I can get it to go around the hook. Now sometimes it's good to have your pliers so you don't hook yourself. Just grab onto your hook and then you can pull. Okay? So then you don't hook yourself. I've done that quite a few times. It sucks. It doesn't feel very good. Okay? Clamp off your excess and that's all you need. Now you're set up to put on your power bait, okay? Or your floating dough of any sorts. Now the next thing, you're gonna grab your, I'm using the trout magnet dough. We're gonna go ahead and take a little section out of here, and you wanna make a little ball, okay? Just take a little bit of the dough. We're gonna mix it pink and purple. A little bit of the dough. And then you wanna make a ball. Squish it together, get those colors all mixed up. Now after you have your ball, I probably have a little bit too much there, but after you have your ball, you're gonna put it on your hook like that, and just, you're ready to go. And when this is in the water, what's gonna happen is it's gonna float. That's why you want a smaller size hook, so it can float up in the water. I'm gonna spray a little bit of this stuff on here. Brand new spray. It's a garlic spray.
Ooh, garlicky.
Ooh, super garlicky.
Smells bomb.
Okay, and you are ready to go. And as before, now that you're all set up with your Carolina rig, exactly how I showed you guys, you're gonna do the same thing. Hold your line tight, open your bail, cast out. And that's it for trout fishing. You just sit there and you wait for it. When you feel a pull, yank back, good to go. All right, so we've been fishing for a little bit, probably like 20-30 minutes, I don't know, something like that. Didn't really get a bite off the power bait, but like I said, over here, not sure if there's any too much fish in this lake right now. I know they just stocked with some trout, but they're probably very sketchy. So now we're gonna put on our other hook, and what we're gonna do is take off the old one, of course. Okay, put it back in our box. Now we can use the same line that's already there. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, because it's still got a good leader on there. We can get our other worm hook. I'm going to show you how to put a worm on your hook now. Okay, so we're going to go with the same thing. We're going to tie a polymer knot again. So yes, the leader is getting shorter, but that's okay. It's not really going to make that much of a difference, provided you still got about a foot, which we do. Okay, around. And through. If I can get it through with my big old fat fingers. Okay, just like that. And around your hook. and pull through. Okay, this one you shouldn't really need your pliers. I mean, if you do, you do. If you don't, even better, but it's a good habit to use them all the time. I just got tough little fat man fingers. We're gonna go ahead and cut our line off, make it short. Okay, now you can do a number of things here. You can add power bait to that. You can put a ball on that if you want to, or you could put a worm. I like to put a worm on there, so I just got a night crawler, and we're just gonna throw a night crawler on there.
They're in there backwards.
Yeah, so anyways, I forgot what I was saying, as this is hooked onto my keys. Okay, I brought out worms just in case. So you want to get a piece of your worm like this. If you have a whole worm, rip that bad boy in half or in a couple of pieces so that you can use the worm. And then all you want to do is you want to thread it. So you want to go into your tear spot. If I can get the worm to stop wiggling. Go in the hole. Come on, you stupid worm, stop wiggling. Making it difficult for me here. So in through, and then you just want to thread it like it's a needle. Like that. And then your worm is on there. Okay, you see how it's back behind the barbs. You want to have a little bit hanging just to attract the fish, because that part will wiggle around and they'll be like, woohoo, let me get some of that. I hope. A little bit of garlic spray as I spray my son. He's over there downwind. He didn't realize I was going to spray it. But then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go ahead and hold our line, open our bail, and toss out. And that's it. That's all there is to it. So hopefully we catch a fish, and from there we're gonna do something a little special. We're gonna let this sit out here. We're gonna, for a little bit, try to catch a fish, put that on video as well, and then we're gonna do something pretty special. But we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here, do a little outro, and that's it.
And stop moving the dog.
Okay, so the surprise I was gonna do at the end of this video was I bought all of this gear specifically just to show you guys how to set up your reels and everything, and how to fish. And I found this wonderful little girl at the end of the pier that just came down with her parents, that she's a fisherman, and I was gonna go ahead and give her this stuff. Hi, my name's Rich. What's your name? Is what? Penelope. Do you like to fish? You do? Would you like this stuff so you can go fishing next time? All right, cool. You're very welcome. Have a wonderful day, and I hope you catch everything, okay? Okay, bye-bye, sweetie. All right, so that's it. We did our whole start to finish video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I showed you how to pick out a pole. Well, kind of pick out a pole. I mean, I did it for you guys. Walmart wouldn't let us video in there. So, but we got a pole, we got the line, we got you rigged up. You got a Carolina rig. Showed you how to use the treble, how to use a straight hook, how to bait the worm, how to put it on a lure. Hopefully that explained enough for you guys that you can get started. You can go out and get your fishing journey started just like I did my fishing journey when I was a young age. So please help me and thank my beautiful, lovely, wonderful Turbo Boost for videoing the whole time. You probably heard her snickering and giggling and being silly, and you probably heard the other two back here acting all crazy as well. But like I said before, this is Turbo family fishing, so I usually bring my family out and we go fishing. So from my family to yours, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. As always, comment, like, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, pass it on, share with yeah, and hopefully I can link this together. But anyways, so while I was doing the outro, the camera just decided to shut itself off because it was an idiot. I don't know what happened there. But anyway, so yeah, as always, this is Turbo Family Fishing, and I brought my family out so we could fish. So hopefully it doesn't sound too retarded when I splice this outro together, but I'm gonna do the best I can. And comment, like, subscribe, thumbs up, all that good stuff, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks, Penelope. I hope you like your new gear. Have a wonderful day fishing, and good luck.